First off, I want to welcome you to the new school year. I'm really excited to start at Wildwood Middle School this year and get to know each of you. First off, I want to let you know that I can't do my job without you. So we are going to go over this paraprofessional binder and expectations that I have for the classroom and for how we interact with students and just our everyday grind. So alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. And I really believe that that is the truth. Like I said earlier, we cannot do this job without each other. So as we go through the morning routine and the end of the day routine, we're going to go and I'll update this and we'll put this in your binder. The daily duties, this is kind of what I expect each of you to do when you come in the morning and when you leave, before you leave, so that we have everything ready throughout the school day. Support. How do we support our students? It's really important that we are supporting our students during lunch and recess and their specials elective classes. We really want them interacting with peers. We want to encourage that. We want to encourage independence. We don't want to open containers for them. We want to, when they're in electives, we want to help the teacher differentiate as needed, and we want to follow the students' IEPs, whether they're in our classroom or they're in another teacher's classroom. Data and progress monitoring. You're expected to take student behavior data as well as progress monitor for academics throughout the day. This is something I definitely cannot do on my own. There will be a designated area in the classroom where you will have all this information and we can put stuff in this binder. Inclusion. It is so important that our students are included for so many different reasons. We need your support. There will be behaviors, there will be communication breakdowns, off task, but you are there to help support the student be successful in all settings. Each specific area of the classroom needs to be set up and cleaned a certain way. There will be a cleaning schedule posted, and I'll show you that on the next one. So kind of as we're getting to know each other, getting to know the classroom and how I'm going to be running it, we'll be updating this throughout the year. And here's an example of the cleaning schedule. Responsibilities. You are the #1 role model for your student. You spend the whole day with them and they look up to you. Remember to always put your best foot forward in the moment you step into the classroom until the second the student leaves for the day. Model positive behavior, model working through problems, model things that might make you upset and how you deal with that. Every moment is a learning moment. Don't miss out on incidental teaching. This is so important. They are watching us, even if they can't speak, even if they, are processing things slower. They are watching and they are understanding what we are doing. So, and as the classroom continues to be set up, we'll talk about the different areas, the sensory area, where the kids change, and where they put their backpacks, and it'll all be listed on this form. We're going to sit down with the students at the beginning of the year, and they're going to help come up with the rules. So when we do, we will fill in this chart. Schedules. Schedule. So important. We need you to follow your schedule. We need you to make sure it runs smoothly. This is where all the student schedules will be. You will have copies of all the other pairs' schedules just kept right here. So if there's any question, you can go and look. Rewards. So many different reward systems in our classrooms. In the next pages, we're going to go through and put in each kind of reward that we're using for the different students, so that way we all are sticking to the same thing and we're being consistent. Behavior plans. So all the students that have behavior plans will go in here. We have to follow behavior plans. We need to be in compliance with their IEPs. You will have to read and initial each behavior plan in this file. That way I know you understand, and if there's any questions, of course, please ask me. Expectations. You are expected to implement all behavior plans throughout all settings throughout the day. You are expected to help with setup and cleanup of each activity each day. You're expected to reinforce positive behavior throughout the day. You are expected to prep materials when we are down staff or students are working independently. You are expected to maintain all classroom routines when the teacher is out of the room. Prompts. We have to prompt our students so much that this is a really great guide for what we want to do. Obviously, we want to be independent, but we also don't want to be over prompting them so that they rely on us too much. So this is a visual that you can refer back to throughout the year to make sure that we are giving them the least amount of help and prompts that we can and still have the student be successful. Sensory. We have so many different sensory needs, as you noticed. I have added light covers so that the light is not so glaring, and some of our students have sensory diets. They need times. In this section, we'll put what students can do for sensory breaks, where they can do it, and how often they need it. Just little blurbs about what works best and some ideas if what's working isn't working. And then you can change. Here will be for allergies and also any medical issues that students have that we need to be aware of and be monitoring. So that is the binder. Now I want to take you to the SSD Paraeducator evaluation report. So at the end of every year, I will be filling out this report, and you will also have a copy of this just so you know what I'm looking for each year. So it's 2 pages. You've probably seen this before. It's the same one that they have been used in the past. And I will continue to look over this. So I can't wait for this school year. I can't wait for us to work with the students. Since most of you have already worked with the students, I will be relying on you all to really help me. I'm really excited about this year, and please, if you have any questions, I'm always here.